Hey, it's Piston Rosin Dad Bods again. So, we are going to look at a magazine today, Building a Stroker Bus Motor. Alright, this magazine is an oldie now, August 2001. So what's neat about this article is geared for somebody that already has A-size pistons. Non-stroker pistons is what they're doing in here. This is back in the day before you could get a stock bore stroker piston, and that's what they built with this motor. They used a 78.4 crank and a set of aftermarket rods with stock length. And as you can see here, they hit. Alright? You're going to have interference problems. But don't worry. There's always the little grinder. You get a little bit of grinding here, a little bit of grinding there, a little bit of narrowing of the skirt right here. You can see from this one to that one, and you can see how much they took off there. And then boom, everything fits. What's neat about this is if you have a 1915 or a 1835 or even a 1600, and you want to buy that cheap 74 millimeter crank, but you're like, I have to have the stroker pistons. This goes right here, shows you that you don't. The thing you have to have is engine clearance, all right? If you're doing this with an oval window, a split window, or an early model bug, anything that had a 40 horse and down, then this is not going to be a great idea for you because you need all the engine room that you can get, all right? But if you got like a late model Beetle, anything that had a 1600, 1500 in it, all the way up into the late 70s would be perfect because they have huge engine compartments. This would be a viable option. You can turn your 1915 into a 2110 with a 76 millimeter stroke, or you can go as wild as they did with a 78.4, and I think that is a 2176. I'd have to do the math, but I know it's 2170 something cc's. Also, you could use stock piston for that. This would build a 1800 at an 84. Don't remember what a 92 makes, but the point is you can use your stuff over again. So if you already have a motor that you rebuilt, you decided, you know, this little 1835 is fun, but man, I wish I would have spent the extra $250 and got a stroker crank. You can do that. All right. You just have to have clearance in your engine compartment. And the reason being is they add width to this motor. Some cars, like I say, will not be a problem. But if you look in here, that is a big honking spacer. All right, that is a 175 thousandth spacer, they say. I know that you can get bigger spacers than that from Scat, but not like that one. That one's actually a ground precision, flat, thick piece of steel. But you can get the spacers. Scat sells up to 217 thousandths ring. That's what I really would call them, is a ring, not a spacer as much as a ring. So anyways, this is a pretty good article, though, because they go through the whole build. All right, they go through here, and the neat thing is, this is basically a no machine shop motor. All right, they didn't bore out the cylinder bores from a machine shop. They're using a brand new case, and they did the die grinding themselves. They show you how to clearance the engine themselves. They showed you where the counterweights are going to hit the case. They showed you where you're going to have to grind. All right, and there are places in this world where you just can't get confident people to machine your cars. Can you believe that? So this is a great article. If you ever decided you wanted to do a no machine work setup, you could do this. If you want to build that 1800 from aircooled.net kind of talks about, you can use this as a reference. Obviously, with a shorter stroke, your spacer size is not going to be the same. But that's why you check your deck height. See how much that thing's poking out, and you know what you need. So anyways, this is a pretty good article. I give it a thumbs up review. I would say if you're interested in building a stroker motor or building a no bore stroker motor, to pick this book up. It's like $8 as a back issue. Hot VW still has it. I recommend getting anything that is in print because the internet websites disappear. And a good example is that I was looking for a Doom Buggy website that just no longer exists. The people quit paying for the website address and the server, and boom, all that great knowledgeable information is gone. But if you're smart enough to print it out, like I was not 10 years ago, you'd have it. So I recommend always buying books that have tech articles in it. And this is a pretty good one. Yeah, it's kind of got something good to look at too. So, has some other cool cars in there, but that's for you to explore. I'm going to say good day. Get out there and work on your stuff. Let's get all these things going. See you guys later.